Now I'm looking at the last section on the screen, Share this survey. In this section, there is a box where I can add the email addresses for the people I want to share the form with. I'm going to share this form with my friend Tia, so I'll enter her email address into this box. If I want to include more than one email address, I just separate them with commas. Below that box is another box where I can type a personal message that will be sent to the email address I entered. To the right, I see a set of radio buttons where I choose what kind of privileges I want to give the new user. The most basic privilege level is Add, which only allows a user to add records from a phone. It doesn't allow them to view anything online. This is useful for folks who will be collecting data but don't have any need to view the collected data. The next level of privileges is Add View, which allows a user to add records from a phone and also allow them to view the form and data online. It does not allow them to make any changes online. The highest level of privilege is Add, View, Edit. This level gives the user the same privilege as the creator of the form. They can add records, change the form, view data. You should be very careful about who you give this level of sharing privileges to, since it gives them the ability to change the form and delete the data. After entering the information for Tia and her privileges, I just need to click the Send button. If successful, a red message, "This survey is shared with Tia," will show up. This message means Tia will receive a notification that I've shared the form with her, and include a link that she can click on to jump to the form after she logs in. If I scroll up, I can also see that Tia's email is now listed below mine in the list of authorized users. At this point, Tia is able to view and change the form online. She can also download the form to her phone, enter data, and upload the data onto the dataset for the advanced form. If I accidentally gave Tia the wrong privileges, I can amend her privileges by changing it on the list of authorized users. For example, if I meant to let Tia only have ad rights, I can change her privileges via the drop-down box next to her email and then click Save. A red message will indicate that the changes were successfully saved. Now let's move on to adding tags to a form. Tags are keywords that allow you or others to search for your form or others' form. My advanced form contains information for a survey in Nairobi, Kenya. I'm going to now add the tag Nairobi and Kenya to this form by going back to the Design tab. In the Design tab next to the survey name, there is a box for me to type in tags. To add the tags Nairobi and Kenya, I will first type Nairobi, Kenya. Then I will save the form by clicking on the Save button under the EpiSurveyor logo to the top left of the screen. A red message will show up when I have successfully saved the form. Now let's take a look at some of the other features of the Design tab. So far, we have introduced the use of label questions and multi-questions. There are two other types of questions you can add. You can add a free question, which is the answer can be input freely. You can also add a date question in which the answer is a date. You will notice that on the right-hand side menu for multi, free, and date questions, there are a section for skip logic. You will also notice by reading the text under the section, only multi-questions can skip logic be applied. Now I'm going to show you how to add skip logic. I'll have 3 questions in this advanced form to demonstrate the use of skip logic. First, I'll add multi-question 1. I'll input the question, what is your gender? Label, gender, and the choices, male and female. Next, I'll add multi-question 2. Are you pregnant? Label it pregnant and the choices, yes and no. Next, I'll add multi-question 3. Have you been immunized for polio? Label it polio and the choices yes and no. Now I'm going to add skip logic to this question. Skip logic is used when someone answers a question that would cause later questions to be applicable to them. So only if you answer female to question 1, then is the next question, are you pregnant, applicable. If you answer male to question 1, then it would not apply to you whether or not you are pregnant. To set skip logic, I am going to select question 1. Click on skip logic on the right-hand side. Select skip to this question, have you been immunized for polio, if input value is male. Now let's go to Tia's phone. Tia logs in. In the list of forms, she clicks on Options, Get New Form. Now she's going to get my advanced form. From the form types, she selects Others form. If she does not change this option, only the forms that Tia created will show up. But because I am the one that created the form and shared it with her, she has to search under Others form. In the form tags, she can also type in Kenya. Now she'll say Get Forms. Wait for a sec, and she'll see a list of forms that were tagged with the word Kenya. Now she sees a list of forms, and first thing on the list is the advanced form. She'll download Advanced and fill out a record. Here she's filling out a record. Now she's going to send the record to the server. Finally, let's talk a little bit about reviewing data uploaded by others. Still logged in EpiSurveyor, I'll click on the Data tab to review the data for the advanced form. I should see Tia's record on the top if she has uploaded it to the EpiSurveyor server already. Here's the record I uploaded earlier today. The records are listed in the order they came in, so the newest records are at the top of the list. Now I can export my data by choosing Export. I can either export it to a .txt file or .mdb file. If you want to analyze your data with other software like Excel, Microsoft Access, SPSS, or Stata, I recommend that you export your data as a .mdb file. Suppose you are a supervisor of a public health study. Your team is dispersed all over Africa. You're sitting at your World Health Organization headquarters in Geneva. You can use EpiSurveyor to monitor the progress of your survey team in the field. Create the form online and share your forms with everyone on your team. Remember, give them permission.